Hey, everybody. I am super excited to be here today. Um, so, my name is Karen Allen. I wrote a book called Twitch for Musicians. It is also an online course, and it came out a little over a year ago by now. And I wrote this book in the course because I discovered Twitch over the course of doing what I normally do, which is strategy and biz dev for digital startups. And I came across Twitch probably in 2016, so quite some time ago, and was just really flabbergasted at how supportive this little community was, this little music community within this larger gamer community. It was very supportive uh, of the fans supporting the music creators and also the creators supporting each other. And I saw people on there doing what they wanted to do, making music how they wanted to make it, putting out their own releases by themselves, and either making a full-time living doing this, which is pretty strong, or making a nice little side hustle. In other case, making way more money than they would ever make on Instagram, Spotify, Facebook, whatever. So this was, for me, being sort of a digital music veteran, was a massive game changer. So I decided I would start a channel with a friend of mine because I really wanted to see what the whole process was like from the inside. And I am not a musician, so I found an indie artist friend of mine and started her channel. And oh my God, was it difficult. I have never spent so much time Googling tech help in my entire life, and I'm actually quite tech savvy. So that was weird. Uh, and but I still thought it was such an amazing opportunity for artists, and I figured they would just never get past this hurdle. So I decided to put an online course together, and while doing that, a book sort of came from it. So this is what I have, and this is what I've been doing ever since. So the book came out August of last year. I started the channel with her January of last year. So we've been in this for like 18 months together. So it's been actually year before we started it in 2018. Anyway, a long time. I still produce her channel, and now I advise other artists on how to get their channels up. And I also work with labels and artists directly on their Twitch presence and also their ticketed live streaming presence. So since the pandemic hit, obviously everything has changed. Everybody has now wanted to start live streaming in some capacity. So that's been great news for a live streamer like me. Everybody wants to know what I know. So I've really spent the last 8 months or so helping people. And because we are so far into this, I'm going to assume that the people who are watching me now have either seen a live stream, spent some time on the platforms, have live streamed themselves. So I'm going to skip over all the 101, what is this, why should I do this kind of stuff. And I want to go straight into the things that I hear people asking me most. And that comes down to, how do I make money with this? And secondly, how do I actually grow? So let's start with those two things. Making money. I'll go over first technically how it works on the different platforms. So in each instance on these platforms, you have to qualify in to the level of creator where you can earn money. And on Twitch, those levels are called affiliate and partner. Affiliate is pretty easy to get to. You have to hit certain benchmarks with your viewership, with your follows, with the amount of time that you've streamed. I've seen artists do this in 2 to 4 weeks, so it's not that complicated to do it that way. But if you are on Bands in Town and you have at least 1,000 trackers, people following you on Bands in Town are called trackers, then Bands in Town can fast track you through that. If you are part of SoundCloud Pro, then SoundCloud Pro has a way to fast track you through that. I believe Amazon Music now, your profile on Amazon Music, just go into your settings on your Amazon Music profile as a released artist on Amazon Music, not as a user, but as a released artist. Go into your profile there, and there's something in there that will help you connect your Twitch channel for 2 reasons. When you connect your Twitch channel, when you go live on Twitch, your stream will also show on your Amazon Music page, and they will also fast track your affiliate status. So that's how you fast track yourself into affiliate on Twitch. Once you're an affiliate member, there's a couple ways you can make money on Twitch. Subscriptions. and they are preset at amounts, the most popular subscription being $5 a month. There's virtual currency, and the virtual currency is called bits. People buy bits and they spend bits on your channel. And there's also advertising, which you don't need to really worry about unless you have a ton of users. The CPM is 350. You're not going to get a lot of money off that. So I tell people not to worry so much about advertising revenue. The biggest thing you should be concerned about is subscribers. And then bits are fun as well. People make some money on bits. And then you can actually make money off Twitch. So Twitch is interesting because you don't go live from Twitch and you don't produce your show on Twitch and you don't really do a lot of the interactive on-screen alerts and the chat bots and all the things you need to make your stream fun. You don't do any of that on Twitch. You do that on what I call streamer services. And basically Twitch decided that they can't build all the features everybody needs, so they kind of opened up their API and said, anybody who wants to build on this, go knock yourselves out. And then people did. So lucky for the music community, people have been building stuff for gamers for years and years. So there's a lot of really robust services you can use now. So one service is called Streamlabs, and the other service is called Stream Elements. And I say that they are the Pepsi and Coke of streamer services. Basically, they are very, 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 very similar with just, kind of preferential differences here and there. But they all kind of do the same thing. They get your on-screen alerts. They help you automate your chat with responses. They help you with progress bars if you're hitting like a certain goal. They do all kinds of things to sort of help bring your stream alive on screen. And one of the things that Streamlabs and Stream Elements do is they take donations. I was getting to, I was still on monetization if that wasn't clear. So you can send people to your page on Streamlabs or Stream Elements, and they can make a donation there. And that donation goes to your PayPal or goes to their credit card processor. And when they make that donation, a little alert appears on your screen, because these are also the same companies that makes alerts appear on screen when people take actions. And make a good donation is certainly an action. You can also do alerts when people follow or subscribe or any number of things. So you're going to make money on Twitch through subscriptions and through bits and through ads. And you have to be an affiliate level or partner, but partner's harder to get to. Just focus on affiliate for now. On Twitch, and then off Twitch, you're going to make money through Streamlabs or Stream Elements, your choice. People will make donations on that site, and then that donation will appear on the screen so you can thank people. It's really, really great. So Facebook has fewer options. Facebook just released stars to just about anybody. Before it was just gamers. So you have to go into your Facebook settings on your page and dig around in there. It's somewhere, or just Google where to find it. Google like Facebook stars and you'll see where to find it. And you have to request access to Facebook stars. And Facebook stars is the Facebook virtual currency. People will buy stars and they'll spend stars on your stream. So when they spend stars, a little pop-up comes up and says, so-and-so just spent 200 stars. You can also do ads on there. And that's pretty much it for Facebook. People will put their PayPal address in the description. And that's worked for a lot of people. But Streamlabs and Stream Elements actually now works with Facebook. So you can sign up with Streamlabs or Stream Elements, log in with your Facebook, and send people off Facebook to your Streamlabs or Stream Elements page to make a donation, and you will get a little alert on your screen that says someone made a donation. And the reason why I like the Streamlabs and Stream Elements alerts better is because you can program them with very specific text and little animations or your logo or any number of things. You can make them appear anywhere you want on the screen. Basically, you have a lot more customization and branding control when you use those. So that's Facebook. YouTube. YouTube is actually very similar to Twitch, but it's much harder to qualify for all the levels of monetization on YouTube. So YouTube has what they call memberships, and memberships work just like Twitch subscriptions. But they call them memberships because people already subscribe for free, so they have to change the name. So there's memberships. There's something called Super Chat. People can spend, I think it's $2 or $3 to have their, I think it's minimum $2 to have their message in the chat highlighted for X amount of seconds. That's called super chat. They can buy what's called super stickers. Stickers are like little emoji, but they can post to the chat. And of course, there's advertising on on YouTube. That's all the standard YouTube stuff. Streamlabs and Stream Elements also works on YouTube. So you can put your Streamlabs link, your Stream Elements link in the YouTube chat, send them out, they'll make a donation, and it'll pop up on your YouTube page. Instagram, basically no monetization. Just stick your PayPal up, and that's pretty much all you got there. And then if you're big on TikTok, which a lot of musicians are, TikTok actually has live streaming, and you have to have at least 1,000 followers before you can stream on TikTok. And TikTok works a lot like Twitch. Actually, it is subscriptions, it's currency. I don't think you get advertising for that, and you cannot use Streamlabs or Stream Elements on TikTok. So that's the general. How am I going to actually do the transaction of making money? Now let me tell you how you're going to get people to pay, which I think is a whole different ball of wax. Doesn't matter how many options you have to pay you if no one's actually picking up the credit card to do anything, right? So the first thing you want to do is really think about a stream that is worth paying for. And what I mean by that, it's not just how amazing of a musician you are. It's not just the songs you play. It's actually how you create a show around you, how you relate to the audience, how you involve them in the stream. The concept behind this is that when people feel like they are a part of what's going on, they are communicating with you and you're responding back to them in real time. They are communicating with the other people in the chat and getting responses back to them in real time. They make a song request. The song request is played. They follow the stream and they get an acknowledgement. All these things kind of bring them into the world of your stream and helps create this sort of feeling of community and belonging. And community and belonging creates value. Now it's not just this person that I'm watching, it's this thing that I'm a part of, that this person who is performing is sort of like the ringleader for, but we're all in this and we're all participating. And that actually feels like value, like they're getting value. And when people feel like they're getting value, they are more willing to give value. And the reason why I like Twitch so much is because Twitch has low engagement, low monetization options for giving value, for paying, and high monetization, high engagement options for paying. And they all sort of fall into the things that I just talked about, whether it's a subscription, whether it's giving bits, whether it's donating money or whatever. People will very often donate money with a song request. So they'll request a song, and it's sort of acknowledged that requests are free. But if you definitely wanted to get played, you want to get it farther up the song queue, then it does that when you put a donation on it. So people will pay $3, $5, even $10 more if they're really big fans of you per song for you to perform. And more than one person can put a donation on a requested song. So when you start getting volumes of people, this is how you start making a lot of money with your donations. So the other thing that people will pay for, subscriptions. And this is the big thing with subscriptions. You can make your own emoji on Twitch when people subscribe to you. And Twitch calls them emotes. So I'll call them emotes from now on. So you get your affiliate status, you get 5 emotes. The more subscribers you get, the more emote slots you get, right? So you can design your own emotes that people can use on your channel and on any other channel. And this is really important because Twitch does not have the same universal emoji that you see everywhere else. It doesn't have all the faces and the food and the dogs and like all that's not on there. They have their own universal emoji, and their emotes are very gamery. They're very like Twitch staff inside jokey. They basically have nothing to do with you. So if people want to applaud, if they want to dance, if they want to laugh, if they want to cheer, if they want to do any of those kinds of things, they don't really have a good tool to do that with. which is why it's great because you can create your own that are branded to you, and then they can use them in the chat. You can actually make those appear on screen when people put them in the chat, so it's a little more fun to watch. And it sort of brands people, it marks them as being a subscriber because they have to subscribe to use those emotes. And then also when they subscribe, they get a little icon next to their name that says that they subscribed, and you can brand that too. So there's lots of ways for people to feel like they're not just watching something and leaning back. It's a very lean forward experience. They feel like if they it's free to watch, it's free to stream, it's free to chat, everything's free. But if you want to have a little bit of more fun, here are some low monetization ways of doing that. If you want to have go a little deeper, here are some high monetization ways of doing that. You can think of it sort of like the way games are freemium. Twitch very much feels like a freemium game to me, where it's free to walk in, but if you want to be a little more entrenched in what's going on, you want to have more fun, you want to be more part of things, when you have more tools, then that costs money. And all the money people spend benefits the creators directly as well. So that is why people pay. So the how is easy to figure out. The why is the part that I feel is very endemic to a community-based live streaming platform like Twitch. I don't see these mechanics in play as heavily on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. A little more so on TikTok, I see them in play. But this is kind of why I push people, towards Twitch. I just think the tools are so much better. I will say though, if you are only planning to stream occasionally, and by occasionally, I mean like once or twice a month or less, then I would just live stream wherever you already have audience. If that's Facebook, do it Facebook. If it's Instagram, do it Instagram. Don't do it on Twitch, because when you're starting a new platform, you're going to have to build audience on that platform. And some of that audience is going to be what you can pull over from your other socials, but probably most of it's going to be what you can grow once you're there. And growing on Twitch takes time. So if you're going to stream at least once a week, I would say go to Twitch and start migrating over your audience over to Twitch. If you really want to grow on Twitch, like you really want to do this and grow, my advice is that you're going to stream 3 to 5 days a week, 2 to 4 hours per session. And I know that sounds like a lot, but it's not all performance. You're going to play a song and then look at the chat and talk to the audience, and then play a song and then look at the chat and talk to the audience. So in 2 hours, you're probably going to get through about 12 songs. Maybe double that across 4 hours. And I think what you will find is that live streaming is really fun. Playing music and getting a direct feedback from the audience, and them having fun with it and having this conversation is fun. And time kind of flies when you have fun. I've had clients start on Twitch. They were big on Facebook. They moved over to Twitch and I'm going to do an hour session. And every time they said that, they were on for probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. Now this client's doing 3 hours and not even batting an eye. And he's considering doing a marathon. It's really interesting how your time on live streaming is different from your time on stage. Time on stage is all eyes on me. I got to play a song. And it's a lot, right? It's not like that with live streaming. Live streaming is sort of you think of it like having people over, to your basement to play some music and have some beers and hang out together. That's live streaming. And that's what people come back for again and again and again. And if you can create that kind of environment on your stream, this is how you grow. People enjoy being there. They talk about you on other channels. They come back and back. People will not come back necessarily again and again for content. They will come back again and again for community, because community is always fresh and new. Content gets stale, community never gets stale. So you have to think about yourself a little less of strictly an artist and a little more a creator, a content creator that does music and is sort of again, the ringleader of this little community. And you'll start to riff off them and they'll start to riff off you, and you'll start to have your little inside jokes, and you'll think about other things you can do for the stream, and you're just going to have like a lot of fun with it. And this is really how you take your stream from, this is just like a music thing that I do, to this is like a whole other fan base development thing that I do. This is how I turn fans into super fans. This is how I find new fans. This is how, I create this sort of connection with people. And I think you'll find that when all this lightens up, the vaccine comes out and we can start playing out again, I think you'll find that you'll actually have when people come to your shows, because live streaming doesn't actually compete with live music. It's a different kind of show. And people they get very attached to you. And then they want to go support you and see you when you're live. They want to see you on stage with the lights and the whole thing. It's a whole different kind of show. So I think everybody, who's streaming right now is very smart, because it's only going to help you when you start playing out live again. Let's see, I've got 8 minutes left. I'm going to just bop through a little bit of stuff. Oh, more stuff about how to grow. That was a lot about how to grow. 2 more tips on how to grow. You are going to take your streaming, your streamed shows, your archives from Twitch or Facebook or whatever, and you're going to share them to your other socials. And I like doing this on Twitch because Twitch actually has really good video editing tools, like right in the system. You can go find a past stream, open it up and cut it down, and then you can download it so you can upload it natively to your socials, or you can just use their share button, either one. So if there was a really funny moment from your stream, clip that and then make that an Instagram story, and then have a link to your stream, for example. If there was a really good cover you did, that's your next YouTube video. And you want to say, hey, I'm live on these days on Twitch, come over and see me. This is how you start migrating audience over. And this is how you kind of get beyond just Twitch. The other thing that's super important to do, super important to become a part of the general Twitch music community. You should be finding other artists that you think you might share fan base with, not necessarily who's exactly like you, but who you think you might share fan base with. So if they were to send you audience, the audience would stick around. Same thing with them. And also just artists that you think are really great, because artists have a way to promote each other on Twitch. When they end their stream, they can do this thing called a raid. And a raid basically means you put a little command into your chat, and everybody who's currently in your chat will go to another channel all at once together. So it's a way of saying, I'm done with my show. Everybody, let's go watch the next streamer. And it's awesome because when you get rated, you could get, anywhere between 20 and, a few hundred people in your stream all at once. That's amazing. That's really amazing promotion, especially because it's kind of like a recommendation as well. So every time you end your stream, you want to go raid someone, no matter how many people you have in your raid. You want to go watch streamers that you like and you think you share a fan base with, and you want to become a part of their communities. You want to join their discourse. You want to follow them on Twitter. You want to follow them on Instagram. You want to get to know their audience. These are all the things you do. You can think of it like if you were to move to a new city, how would you start playing out, right? You would start to go to the clubs that your kind of music is played in. You'd introduce yourself to the artists. You would hang out with the fans. It's the same thing on Twitch. You're just doing it digitally. So that's how you're going to make money, and that's how you're going to grow. And I think I'm pretty butt up against my time here. Were there any questions, or Loic, do you want me to keep going? Okay, here we go. If an artist only has one song released, less than 100 followers on socials. Ryan, stream. And here is why. When I was looking at artists back in 2015, 2016 on Twitch, almost all of them had nothing on Spotify. They had, a few videos up on YouTube, which were not official videos, like they weren't official music videos. They each had under 1,000 views. They had under 1,000 followers on Instagram, and they were doing pretty okay on Twitch. So Twitch can actually be a standalone platform because it's such a great little community all on its own. I would just think about what can you do, when you show up? And the easy thing is that people love covers on Twitch, because they don't really know you as an artist, but they do know a song that they like, and they think that you might be able to do it well. So if you have a nice cover repertoire, it's actually really easy for you um, to get to know people and for them to stick around for your stream, because once they've requested a song, then they actually want to hear that song. So I would say just go ahead and start. Okay, I'm looking for more questions. Here we go. Are Twitch videos stored Pacific time? Yeah, so Twitch streams are archived for 30 days if you're affiliate and 60 if you're a partner. If you want to save them longer, then you go into the video producer, a video editor in Twitch, and open up that stream and save it as a highlight. You're going to make a highlight with it. Highlights can be as long as you want them to. Clips are only under a minute. So you're going to make a highlight and save that highlight, and the whole stream will save. And the highlights stay for until you delete them, basically. And any other highlights you make of, like with one of my clients, I go and make little highlights out of songs that she's done. And all those highlights stay on her page forever. Was there another question you wanted me to answer, or should I just go through? Okay. Have any Twitch artists managed to break into the mainstream? Yeah, one I think you should take. Well, there's two you should take a look at. There's one called Halocene, Halocene. They've actually done really well on Spotify. They've done really well on YouTube. And the other one on Twitch, they're called A Couple Streams. And on everything else, they're called ACS, AESEAES. Just go to a couple streams on Twitch and you'll see it. And they've actually done really well. They've got a bunch of syncs. They have a ton of streams on Spotify. I don't even know what mainstream is anymore. Like, I don't know if you mean radio. I don't think anybody cares about radio anymore. I think we all care about how we're doing on Spotify and how we're doing on YouTube and how we explode it on TikTok. In that sense, yeah, some artists have actually done really well. And I'm seeing more and more of them get traction on other platforms too. Any more questions, or am I out of time? I want to be conscious of time here.
Pink, any you want.
Yeah, so Eric has a good question about copyright. Okay, here's how copyright works on Twitch. If you are playing instruments live and you are singing live, you're fine. Do whatever you want. The problem is if you're going to use sound recordings. So if you're going to DJ, that's an issue. If you're using backing tracks that were pulled from songs that were released, that could get caught up in copyright. Here's how to get around it on Twitch. Twitch will never pull your stream down live. Facebook and YouTube will. If you're DJing on Facebook, they'll pull your stream down. Twitch will not do that. So live, you're totally fine. As far as your automatic stream archive that Twitch makes, they will just mute out any sort of copyrighted sounds that they find in there. So you're fine there. The issue is when you create a clip or a highlight, when you purposely make an edit out of that and save that, that is what right now gets a copyright strike on Twitch. So if you're going to be using any sort of sounds that were released in sound recordings that could get caught up by an Audible Magic or any of these scanning services, then just disable clips and don't make any on your stream, and you're actually fine. So that's, they make it sound more confusing than it is. That's the deal right now. It may change in the future, but you're totally fine doing covers as long as you're not making clips. Loic, what do you think? Anything on the Discord platform or to say about it? Okay, so Discord, if you're not familiar, Discord is a platform full of message boards. Anybody can create any server full of message boards. And a lot of the gamers on Twitch have gravitated toward Discord because there is no place to leave a message for people on Twitch. There is no newsfeed. There is no post system like you have on Facebook or Instagram. So that's sort of all migrated onto Discord. You join someone's Discord to have those offline conversations. It's nice. There's actually a Twitch music Discord for all the artists to talk amongst themselves, which is really worth rooting out and joining. That's a lot of fun. Twitch itself, I think, has one. They have Twitch Music. The Twitch Music, so they answer like a lot of technical questions. That's really great. Discord, you actually can do some streaming, and you actually can do some like video conferencing and pull that video conferencing into your stream. So that's how some streamers are using that. But when you get really big, often what happens is people use the Discord message boards as sort of a VIP room for the chat. So they'll watch the Twitch, they'll watch the stream on Twitch, and then they'll have their conversation on Discord. And the streamer will also watch the Discord chat as much as they'll watch the Twitch chat. And you can actually lock some of your message boards to Twitch subscribers only. This is really great if you have thousands and thousands of viewers. If you don't have thousands and thousands of viewers, I wouldn't worry about it. But when you have thousands and thousands, the really hardcore fans kind of only want to talk amongst themselves, and that's when Discord becomes really handy.